Wednesday.
Ooh. Black Wednesday.
What the fuck happened on Wednesday?
What happened on Wednesday?
Something that didn't need to happen.
What? The fuck are y'all talking about?
Everybody got let go.
Oh, that. Okay, sorry. I thought you meant something on TV.
20 wrestlers.
There's more.
It grew more and more.
Yeah. Oh, this is good.
A lot of people got released. Mind you, every year after Mania, there is
a spring
cleaning. It just got like times 2 plus writers.
I'd say times 5.
Probably, yeah. Now, I don't want to be that guy because
I'm that guy. You can't take my guy.
Because Chris is that guy. Out of those,
holy shit!
I've
never had these before.
I think maybe 2. Am I really like, what the fuck? Rusev?
Yeah.
On Rusev Day.
On Rusev Day.
Jesus.
And IRS on tax day.
Gold. No, for the wrestlers? Nah, well,
that happened last.
Yeah,
that's been.
They've been doing it. That was them finally creating their release. Granted,
I'm actually pretty excited that they're gone.
Yeah,
I want to see what they do.
They trademarked a lot of their shit.
Yeah, I want to see what they do elsewhere.
Yeah. But Rusev is the only. Rusev is the only name that really jumps out to me that I'm really like. Don't get me wrong. I got fired 3 weeks ago. I know how much it fucking sucks and how scary it is. Especially right now in a goddamn pandemic, because these guys can't exactly go to different. I don't know if they're doing the 90-day ban on them, or even if they were, even if they weren't, they can't go wrestle anywhere. So they're not getting paychecks, and unemployment is a bitch right now. You know, so I don't know if they're celebrities, so they get easier access to it. I don't know how the fuck that works.
Their money.
Or Zack Ryder should have said like, nah, right now I'm just gonna, we'll ride this out because he's made
the guy that spends thousands on action figures.
He's going to sell a bunch of action figures.
Here's the list as of today, Saturday. These are the list of wrestlers. NXT, Tino Sabatelli. NXT, Cesar Bononi.
I didn't even know that one.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know who Mars Wang is. Tainara Conti.
That sucks. She was getting better and better.
Oh, it's like a Pokemon.
Nick Camarado. Alyssa Marino. Rocky, Mohammed Fahim, Marcos Gomez, Faisal Kurdi, Hussein Aldegal, Edgar Lopez, Dan Matha, he got let go, MJ Jenkins, Diana Perrazzo, Alexander Jasic, Rusev, No Way Jose, Maria and Mike Kanellis, Primo and Epico, Rowan, Sarah Logan, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, The Good Brothers, EC3, Drake Maverick, Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Heath Slater, Eric Young, Leo Rush. Those are just the wrestlers.
Yeah, I was surprised by a few of those.
Leo Rush was like a what?
I was surprised by Leo Rush. I was surprised by Rowan.
Yeah. Now, if you watched if you listen to the Talk is Jericho podcast, where Brody Lee talked about Rowan, he kind of understood that him and Rowan weren't really like the guys that they looked to in WWE. They always had, specifically Brody Lee was always the kind of shit on by Vince McMahon.
Really?
So he respected him, but he never had anything for him. He couldn't do a southern accent. That was his biggest fault. And Rowan was just such of a nice guy. He went along with everything. But I think they just kind of fucked them both at the end of the day.
Leo Rush, where do you see him going?
Japan.
Sure.
He could go to AEW, but I'd say it's Japan.
In the Super Junior.
I mean, that'd be cool. I hope
he's really, really good.
There was a point in time when I didn't really respect Randy Orton's maturity level, right? I always thought, man, this guy's a fucking asshole, And that's kind of how I feel currently about Leo Rush. This guy's a fucking asshole.
He started like that. He made fun of Emma for getting released.
Yeah.
He was kind of a Ring of Honor, too, before he even got to WWE.
I wonder if he goes to Japan, that will instill that maturity in him. I don't think he would get mature by going to fucking AEW or ROH or anything like that. But if he goes to Japan, he'll go learn. So I hope he does, because I really, really, really like his in-ring work.
Oh yeah,
Eric Young.
He could just wallow in NWA, unfortunately. Like I don't want that to be for him, but I bet that's what's going to happen.
There's MLW and
I could see him going back
TNA.
to Impact.
Yeah. Because they're still doing it. They're still going
Eric Young against Callahan would be good.
They're still doing
Eric Young against fucking Tessa.
I mean,
Eric Young can put people over in Impact.
Kylie Ray just debuted in
Impact.
She did.
So they're still doing their tapings like WWE are.
I think this last taping was the last one that they had in the can in front of an audience.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they tape like
okay.
months in advance.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hawkins and Reiner.
I don't think they need to go somewhere together.
I was thinking the same.
And I really like all the fucking fantasy booking that's already going on with Ryder going to AEW.
Zach and Cody, Sweet Life, come on, that writes itself.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
I've got Zack Ryder in AEW, but I don't have him as a wrestler.
Okay.
I have him back office doing media. His online presence.
Oh God! You saw what he did fucking
have a guy that can do internet stuff like that for AEW.
I was more.
Yeah, I wouldn't have him in the ring ever again.
I don't think AEW is lacking in the internet department though, because all
they have is being the elite.
Well, all they have is hardcore wrestling fan audience. They don't have the casual people that ringside.
Okay.
So again, I was more interested in Zack Ryder's YouTube shows and his matches.
Okay.
Like, all of his stuff with his monitos and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched that over Zack Ryder matching day of the week. Oh, Zack Ryder wasn't that good. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Okay.
It was okay.
No, that's fine. I agree.
But his personality was great. He always seemed like a great guy.
Yeah.
And like all the shit that he did, I hope he saved his money because those actually big a lot of money.
Yeah.
Anderson's already teased on his Twitter that he's going back to Japan. So it's a lock. Anderson and Gallows back in Japan.
Sure.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Sure.
Feud with the Bullet Club. Don't try to go back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusev is the fucking one that I'm like.
I don't know where.
Hands down, stick Rusev in the G1.
I don't even think Rusev
Tanahashi, Rusev Okada, Rusev Pitbull, Rusev Jay White, Rusev Kenta. Give me all that.
Okay.
He can become a star in New Japan in that tournament.
Part of me wonders if Rusev will even wrestle anymore. Because he's got, dude, one thing he developed is character.
Yeah.
He could do shit now, like, outside. I mean, I don't know if he has that name plus what's going on right now, but if he has that ability to, like, do shit, like, extra shit, because his personality comes through.
Yeah.
Like, him on Total Divas is fucking gold.
Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't have to wrestle for a while. Plus, Lana.
The problem that I'm having with Rusev going to some place like that, like Japan, is that I don't know if he has that style in him, in ring wise. I like him. He's a good WWE wrestler.
You can learn it.
Okay.
I think that the thing with Rusev is, New Japan has either Japanese or Gaijins. They don't have somebody that from another country. They don't have any guys from India. They don't have any guys from Russia. They don't have any guys.
Would anybody that's not Japanese be a Gaijin?
I consider Gaijin American only.
But do they consider that?
I don't know.
No. Doesn't matter what you think.
I still want to see Rusev Cobb. Rusev Cobb. Okay, Rusev Ospreay. Like, dude, oh man.
Now, I think the biggest down would be for Rusev is that Rusev. I think WWE owns Rusev's name.
He could come up with something else.
I don't know.
A lot of people are going to have this problem.
Yeah.
So,
that's fine.
Other than Gallows and Anderson, because they own that name already.
Yeah.
He could go back to being Alexander.
Yeah. Yeah. Alexander.
I mean, eventually you're going to get used to it. I mean, I thought for the longest time, Claudio Castagnoli would never be known as Cesaro.
That's true.
Yeah.
I see the girls, Deonna and Tainara, going to AEW.
Yeah.
They need it.
Yeah.
AEW needs it.
Deonna is the one that disappointed me the most because she's really good. Mm-hmm. And she had a couple matches, on Raw. Granted, both her and Noelle got destroyed in the past 2 weeks.
Deonna Purrazzo's gotten dropped out to Nia Jax twice in the past 4 years.
Ooh.
So you can stick that in the
I know it just sucks, what it is about her. Now, she's not dating old boy no more either from Bullet Club.
I don't
know. Party guy from
Marty Scurll?
Marty Scurll, yeah.
I don't know.
Because that would have been badass. They've been teasing Marty in AEW for fucking ever, but it never happened.
I have no clue.
So, and then what was the other girl? Tainara Conti. Oh, man, she was growing. She was growing, and she was getting better.
She's a girl that needed, as a viewer, she looked like a girl that needed another 6 more months in the PC just to get everything refined.
Yeah.
She looked like she had a good foundation going.
Mm-hmm. Actually, she looked good.
Yeah. You need me too.
Yeah.
Not that looks matter, but
No.
if you're on television, that perception,
Do you think that where she was from Brazil, right?
Brazil.
Think there's any wrestling for her to go back to in her home country?
No, probably not.
No. Okay.
All the thing about the spring cleaning that this time it wasn't just wrestlers.
Yeah.
I got more.
Yes.
Producers. Kurt Angle got let go.
Producers are furloughed, right?
Kurt Angle was the only one that was released.
Oh.
Everyone else furloughed. Billy Kidman.
Kurt. Oh, hold on. Kurt. He's done.
He's fine.
He's done.
Yeah.
Billy Kidman, Mike Rotundo, Pat Buck, Fit Finley, Sean Daivari, Scott Armstrong, Sarah Stott, Shane Helms, Lance Storm.
All of them are furloughed.
Yeah.
So they're just at home, and then once things get back to normal, they may come back.
Yeah, because it's a payroll thing, and it's also like come on, we got a couple different storylines, and that's about. There's not like.
Yeah.
Because they go on the house shows, like the Road Agents, and
yeah,
and
they're not doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, something came out the day after Black Wednesday, which showed that the WWE was still going to profit. I think it was $1 billion, or probably more. I think I might give you the number, but they were going to profit, and they were going to profit even before these releases.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have to do these releases. In fact, they're saving so much money because of the pandemic, because they lose money with the house shows.
But they're losing money with the house shows, so they made it up by cutting.
Well, no. They lose money with the house shows because they don't sell out the arenas. They spend more money than they make with house shows. Because of the production, normally they spend more. They make it up on Raws and the pay-per-views and merch. Now you don't have that, so now it's cutting out the middleman and getting more money. So it's like that's what I've been reading on and watching on the dirt sheets too. But
coaches: Serena Deeb, Kendo Kashin, Ace Steele, Aiden English, and Jerry Soto, both announcers. Mike Chioda. Andrea Listenberger from Creative, and John Quasto and Josiah Williams were also released.
The girl from Creative was the one in charge of Manny and Otis storyline.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because that's about the best storyline that's been going on for the past 2 months.
Yeah. That does suck. Best storyline.
Like, hey, do a good job, get fired.
Yeah.
But she will get work.
Go ahead.
She will get work.
Yeah. LaQuasto, Porsche actually knows him. He did a lot of like BuzzFeed stuff, and also did the Wrestling Compadres podcast, which was one of the dudes was one of Booker's old students. I was really excited when he showed up. It's like, oh, cool. It wasn't quite on the level as Brennan. Oh, fuck yeah, Brennan. But it's like, oh, this dude. Hell yeah, good job, man. But it sucks that he's gone.
Were you expecting to see Brandon Williams?
Dude, I was waiting with fucking holding my breath, and I was like, oh god, I hope not Brendan. I hope not Brendan.
I wasn't at all. As a matter of fact, these NXT cuts are surprising because they're like pennies on the dollar compared to the WWE contract.
Yeah.
Epico was sitting at home at $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
Without even doing anything. So either he's doing house shows or he's doing something in Puerto Rico to cross promote. Mm-hmm. But $300,000 compared to like half of the NXT rosters that haven't been wrestling, and half of the NXT rosters that were signed just as developmental to groom.
Yeah.
Those are pennies on the dollar. I didn't expect any of them to get cut. I think Sabatelli, Cesar Bonani. Cesar Bonani's a guy I think could go to New Japan and actually and do some work.
But then why cut Tiana Conti then?
I think those were like the situation where it's too small to be big, too big to be small. They're in that middle, cut that they had to get let go.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
Probably cost them a lot of money to be here too, because maybe they're paying for like their visas and shit like that.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
Sarah Logan was a random one.
That one's weird.
Especially since they're doing kind of the Riot Squad angle, and then just
and her dude's still employed.
Speaking of,
he just came back.
Speaking of, what about when I saw Rusev, I was like, oh shit, Lana.
She just signed the
Lana re-signed $5 million, I think.
Yeah. Rusev was having like contract disputes like for the longest. So this is probably one of those lines. Let's go back to turn a little bit. I got fired the day after the stay-home order because my boss got tired of my shit from like years. So he's like, you know what, this is a good excuse to cut bait and say, oh, hey, we're doing it because of...
We'll make it even.
We're doing this because I don't want to fucking see you anymore. If I don't see you, you're gone. So Vince McMahon was probably like, you've given me so many headaches over the past year or two, and years before. Because remember, he got in trouble for cutting his hair. You're not supposed to cut your hair. He got in trouble for getting over on his own. He's been.
And then he did some shit on Total Divas, right? Or he got broke out on Total Divas or something.
Yeah, he got over
something on there that Big Man didn't like either. Yeah.
He fucked up the storyline from when him and Lana were breaking up by getting engaged in the middle of a fucking storyline of her and Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
So it's been like, you know what, fuck you. I have an excuse to fire you now, to let you go.
It's easier to just get this show.
Yeah. And his ego's so big that he thinks he's not going to get any bigger than WWE, which you might be right, but you might be wrong. Yeah.
Anybody from this list going to Mexico? Anybody from this list going to Mexico?
You know what? Fuck it. Leo Rush. Leo
you
Rush,
know what? He
Psycho
could,
Clown, Leo Rush, and Taurus.
He could be an asshole over there still and not mature and still have really high octane wrestling.
X-Pac was gold over there during fucking bad days.
Yeah. Dude, Leo Rush against Phoenix in AAA?
Shit.
Or Leo Rush and Penta?
Shit. Leo Rush and Hijo de Fantasma? Oh, wait.
Fill me in.
Here's the segue of the week right there, because the next thing on the list.
Ken S. Hijo del Fantasma.
Well, he's the son of Fantasma.
Yeah. Oh, it's real. They're not giving him a new name.
Yeah. This guy
is the actual son of Fantasma.
This guy is King Cuerno from Lucha Underground.
Okay.
And he's not
who always has been Hijo de Fantasma.
Got you.
And for anybody that didn't know, house show.
I only watched season 1 of Lucha Underground.
In house, he's been signed for like 9 months already. In the beginning, when he was doing house shows, he was wrestling without a mask. They were going to have a different plan for him, and then he messed up his knee. He was out for about 4 months, and he slowly started coming back before the whole thing happened. So they decided that they're going to leave him with the mask on. So they're going to go with this whole heritage thing. So he's the Hijo de Fantasma. Another issue with letting people go, now that they have other means of filling time, that they don't need all the producers, they're not doing your typical March Madness bracket tournament. No, somebody in NXT watches New Japan Pro Wrestling, so this is our version of the Super Juniors.
Yeah.
There's 2 blocks, 4 guys in one block, 4 guys in the other. And the one with the best record on each block will fight each other in the finals. And if it's tied 2-2, the tiebreaker is the head-to-head. So in Block A, because I have everything here, Kushida, I don't know how this is going to work, because apparently, I don't know, I haven't read the details yet. Drake Maverick is still in this tournament.
Yep.
He's advertised for this coming show.
Yes, right.
So they might have, no, they're live. So they might have kept them just for the tournament and then let him go, or they might swerve us. They might have pre-taped his writing out, and they'll bring in somebody else. Tony Nese and Jake Atlas.
I don't know
who he is. He sounds like a second gen. But I was thinking.
Hijo de Tony Atlas.
Group B. Akira Tozawa. Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Mr. MMA Jack Gallagher with the new tattoos.
Right.
Swerve's House.
Dude, I love that guy.
And Hijo. That's the block to look for. Dude.
Which, match number 1 has already happened.
Swerve lost to
Tozawa.
But that was good.
It was a good match.
That's a candidate.
That's one of those kind of like one of those fucking. Did he do a ramen noodle moonsault in this match? By the way,
no. We'll get there in a second.
Did he? All right.
It was a good fucking match though. I would say,
but I was angry because
match the wrong candidate. Yeah. I don't think the wrong person won. Again, remember this is a round robin.
That's right.
System tournament.
Swerve could go 3-0.
That's right. I keep forgetting that.
Swerve can keep going, you know. And I like the beginnings of a storyline that they could have with Tozawa, because one, they brought up the fact that Tozawa was an ex-champ 3 years ago, and he only had it for a week. Oh shit! So if they really play that up, that could work, especially in a tournament style setting where you're getting points. Also, I like that throughout the match, Tozawa hurt himself, quote unquote, and he kept selling the back of the head, where like he did it to himself initially when he was, when he did the running fucking senton thing.
Yeah,
he landed on his head.
The ramen noodle moonsault.
And like he just kept selling it throughout the match, and the Swerve started doing it. As he won the match on that dive that he won the match on, he was still selling it, and I was like, oh, he's not going to win. but he won. And I was like, oh, this is one of those tournament-long injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like this. He's going to keep winning.
Next
That's why
week he's going to get chopped in the back.
You
Yeah.
have all that whatever kinetic tape or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Give it to me, Abel. What's your final?
Hey, is there only 2 blocks?
Yeah.
2 blocks.
Okay, I was
2 blocks. 2 blocks for each. Man, I would like for it to be Hijo del Fantasma versus Kushida.
I was thinking Fantasma versus Kushida too, but this
I want
could
the
be a good.
Mexican against
But I was thinking maybe this would be a good
Drake
place.
Maverick.
This would be a good place for to open up people's eyes on what a Jake Atlas is. Everybody else in here is pretty much established to wrestling fans except Jake Atlas, and for all intents and purposes, Hijo de Fantasma. So I wouldn't mind seeing that as a final, but man, Kushida
But I keep so far
or Kushida and Swerve.
so far from what I'm seeing in
God damn,
NXT,
Swerve.
they're kind of giving him the Kenta treatment. They
Yeah.
kind of keep building him up, and then nope.
Mhm.
So I don't know what's going on there.
Either way, whoever wins this, and they made it very, very specific. They said this is going to be the interim cruiserweight champion.
Because
I
Devin
like
came
that.
out and did cut a promo when I
That was
was
a video.
it was a video. He just said like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I got a big old head." Tiny
Devlin
body.
against Fantasma would rock the shit out of a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I've never seen him fight
Who?
King Cuerno or Fantasma.
Oh, you're missing
You're
out.
missing out.
I know.
Flecha del Infierno.
So he came out.
So King Corno was the guy that had the huge ass antlers. He's a game hunter, so he would have he had all kinds of trophies from hunting. So he never came across as your basic flippy dippy because he had a lot of mythology to his moveset. It was a kind of a
And
blend.
he was
What match did you
stronger.
tell me to look up tonight?
Damn.
Or matches?
Season 4. I think it's season 4. King Cuerno against not Matanza. King Cuerno against Mil Muertes.
Okay.
That's a good one because that'll display his ground attack against a big guy.
He was also in that one match where it was all 7 of them fighting after they were trying to get the gift of the gods.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think there's a Cuerno Son of Havoc match out there. That's
Yeah.
good shit too. Yeah.
Just put in King Cuerno fucking Lucha Underground.
Yeah,
Find
yeah.
something,
I
man.
will.
There's
Yeah.
some good stuff out there.
Fuck yeah. Hey, do you think he is in charge of all the Mexicans getting kidnapped?
What?
There's a storyline going on
Yeah.
next scene where
I mean,
like,
you don't know about
and it was rumored to be him.
Well, one of those out first, and then it was who's the next guy that they did it to?
The DJ guy.
Oh, DJ Z.
Oh,
I don't like that guy.
Joaquin Wild.
Joaquin
Yeah, I
Wild.
don't like that guy. He's probably good. That is aesthetically that thing. I don't like it.
Well, he had crazier shit.
He's kind of less
Oh,
annoying.
really?
But he's fucking good though.
Oh, I thought he was like a
In ring,
guy.
he's fucking good.
Yeah, he's good.
He had some crazy ass X Division matches back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on the Firefly
Yeah.
Funhouse match.
And when does Zelina Vega become his manager?
You know, I kind of like this resurgence of Selena Vega and
know.
her fucking stable.
I love that. There's no stables.
Yeah.
And I love that they're kind of random,
Yeah.
you know, given
Like an old school manager stable,
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
Undisputed Era where it's a group of pros. You know, like
She's like-
I'm managing multiple people.
She is like Sensational Sherry in WCW.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, they're coming out with different people.
If a god exists, 2 things would happen. 1, no more Rona. 2, just go out and say it. Los Ingobernables de America. Just go out and say it.
That's Selena Vega's fucking crew?
She's got La Sombra, bro. One of the originals from
Alright.
Mexico.
Okay.
And I think they did
Tranquilo.
the pose too on one of the beatdowns.
Yeah.
So just acknowledge it, man. It's one short of fucking Austin Theory going.
What do you think of Austin Theory?
He's a good wrestler.
I keep getting him confused with the Kiwi Buzzsaw guy. He looks like
Travis Banks?
he looks like him.
Yeah.
A little.
And he's kind of like a great batter looking guy too.
Yeah.
He's kind of a generic looking dude,
Yeah.
but good in ring.
He's a good wrestler.
Here's the issue. 2 parts. Me as a wrestling fan, I can't blame him for this, but I don't feel like he's worthy of being where he's at right
Exactly.
Yeah.
now. Number
Why?
one.
Why? I'm like, what the hell?
Number one. Number two, they're dropping the ball on this aspect. They have the tendency of just, when they bring people from NXT to the main roster, they just assume that people already have general knowledge of who these people are.
Yeah.
Since Austin Theory doesn't even have that,
No.
just, I need a 30-second, something to display his personality, or a catchphrase, something better, something besides all day. Something that where you look at him and you don't see Travis Banks, you don't see Valley Finn, you see Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Like this,
all I can think of is him getting his ass whooped by Ciampa a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So he's just a creator wrestler right now.
Yeah.
He has no substance at all. And if you're putting him on the team with Zelina needs to be out on the mic and give me 35 seconds, 45 seconds. Who is he and what does he do? Give it to me.
She's very, very good on commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's just like telling him, like, oh,
she's not hostile.
She's telling him, no one is But, dude, this thing is going on, as you say, I don't even refer to it by its name, what's going on in the world. This shit that's going on, right, has made so many people shine when they probably wouldn't shine, or like just shine differently. Like, little people here and there have been like, oh, hey, look, I'm getting more of this. You appreciate more of like that. I'm just like right now, what they're doing with Jeff Hardy, if you
those videos,
if you would
I saw that last night.
if you would have done this to him like last year, I'd have been like, same old shit. But now I'm just like, hey, and they're using old shit, and they're doctoring the fuck out of it.
Video, like from Edge.
Yeah, they're using shit to like fit the narrative, like about what's happened in the past couple of years or whatever. But
they need that because the competition right now. Did you guys see the video of Cody putting over the top?
Oh, dude, that was so good.
That's someone who loves
you gotta come out with guns blazing, especially with the talent WWE has.
Now, what's their plan?
AEW.
I know they filmed a bunch of shit.
If the sports entertainment is essential, they can go back to Daly's Place. Which even then, I'm not sure they would want to, because the Daly's Place it's on the property where the Jacksonville Jaguars play.
Right.
That parking lot, Jacksonville is using it as a mobile testing site.
Yes.
So if you're that close to all that, you don't want to be there anymore. No, they're in a place in Georgia. Florida is. Oh no. They're in a place in Georgia right now where they take at least like 2 or 3 weeks worth of shit.
But Florida, so if they want to do the Jacksonville route, Florida is going to be the second state besides Texas to reopen soon.
Yeah.
Lift a lot of their restrictions.
Yeah.
So they could,
I mean, it's possible.
But I know for sure they taped a whole lot of shit already.
Yeah.
But if a lot of your talent lives in Florida and Georgia, instead of shipping out SCU from California when they really can't get out, or people from the Northeast and they can't get out. So I mean, I haven't seen Hangman in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it could be part of the situation. I think AEW is doing all right with their own thing. I think they have a formula that's working, and I think WWE has gotten enough shit for trying to take some of AEW stuff that they don't want to keep doing AEW stuff.
Yeah. Which is going to be beneficial in the long run. Now, I wonder if companies like TNA, MLW are going to, how bad they're going to suffer because of this. Especially Ring of Honor. Their shit is all like house shows.
Ring of Honor is another example where they take like 2 months worth of television in like 2 nights, 3 nights.
Yeah. So they could probably ride this wave of just off their own shit. Like, hey, then if you watch it, if you only watch it, you don't even know what happened.
Yeah. Ring of Honor's saving grace is that the company that owns Ring of Honor has their own network. So they don't care about airing old Ring of Honor pay-per-views or best of Jerry Lynn, Rob Van Dam. Yeah. They can just air whatever they want. They don't have to worry about any contract negotiations because it's their own shit. Yeah. So that's their saving grace. So they can pull that off. I was wondering how long it was going to last before WWE couldn't air any more reruns or tape shit, because not that they would know the difference if it's live or not, because it's all in the same fucking place anyway.
Yeah.
But
now I'm interested in the Money in the Bank thing.
Oh, okay. Shall we start talking about that?
Been a couple hours, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what?
I almost spit my phone. That would have been a definite COVID fucking violation right there.
So, Money in the Bank is going to be a tower ascent fucking
like
chaos
Ready
match.
to Rumble?
No, it's that fucking Hogan and Savage against the Dungeon of Doom and that.
Yes.
Pretty much the
Because Titans
match.
Titans 3 floors and then the roof.
Yeah.
So the match apparently is supposed to start on the ground floor.
Yeah.
And there's a ring set up, Titan Tower,
Yeah.
where they're going to have the ladder, which the old openings of WWF Raw had that music video.
Yeah.
Where there was so it can be done.
Yeah.
I want to see drones capturing video of this, because that's probably going to be the only way they can do it.
So they already filmed it.
They already filmed it?
They filmed it last week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's pictures. Not wrestling. Somebody got, before they started doing it, somebody got pictures of the ring on top of the studios. So it's not going to be like that, which is even better, because that means they
You have time to doctor it.
To doctor the fuck out, because I imagine it was a shit show to film.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm still trying to wrap my head around
exactly. The only question I have right now, I have a lot of questions, but the main question is is it one match, 2 briefcases?
No.
Or 2 separate matches?
It has to be separate.
One for the guys and one for the girls?
Yeah.
And they both have to fucking fight through the building?
Yeah.
So Ziggler grabbed the women's. I'm halfway there already with Otis and Andy.
I have another question, though. So if the ring is on the roof, and then there's a ladder on the ring, and the ladder is supposed to climb up to grab
Heaven.
Sky?
The brass ring.
Like, are they going to have, like, how, when are they going to hang it from?
It's going to be like one of those card setups where it's like the Ultimate X. They have those poles on the side and they hold the cable. The pole's going to arch until
my palms are sweating thinking about how high that is.
Yeah.
How high that is. Like if a long gust of wind, you were out. Do you remember in 2000? Edge and Christian winning? Christian could not get on his feet because he was at a height.
Yeah.
And I was like 10 feet away.
And the table was flat, so he had footing.
And he was just like, no. So, oh my God. That's going to be fucking wild, dude. But I don't know, man. It's going to be... But I will... Because of WrestleMania, I'm going to...
You're open to it.
I'm open to it.
I am too.
Because I was not disappointed. And I was intrigued.
It's which again makes me question how I feel about the Firefly Funhouse match and the Boneyard match. Because like I said earlier, if this is something that is a one-off thing and that's it, then okay, cool. I don't really need to process it too much more in my head.
Yeah.
But if it's something that, okay, we're going with this, or we're going to have avant-garde style movies instead of matches, fuck, I need to look at this a little bit more closely and take it seriously.
And judge it differently.
It's been 15 years since the first Money in the Bank. I'm surprised it took them this long to catchphrase. To catchphrase climbing the corporate ladder.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I have Dana Brooke winning the women's match. You can easily set up a story that Dana Brooke, the only reason she's champion is because she climbed the corporate ladder and she can't beat anyone face-to-face. Just like Orton and Christian. Christian won the title, and then the next night lost it to Orton, and you went 3 months going,
one more match.
And that's how we're gonna get. That's what we're gonna do with Dana. So, but she's gonna have her little run. The men, I don't know where the fuck they're going with it, because I was thinking, man, this is the year of Cesaro, and he lost.
Yeah, I was wondering where it'd be ironic if Cesaro reached for the brass ring, because that was
it's a briefcase and there's a ring.
Yeah. Who's qualified for the men?
D-Bry. He's the only one so far.
And Dana Brooke so far, and that's it. Right?
You know, I think it was Porsche that said this, or maybe somebody in our group chat said this. Be funny to see a Money in the Bank guitar case for Elias.
I mean, so this match makes stars, and it brings up kind of guys that are teeter-tottering.
Yeah.
So I could, I guess.
Elias against McIntyre?
If he sneaks up on him, hits him with the guitar, and gets a sneaky pin, I mean, it's Money in the Bank.
I want Alistair to shine in this.
Oh, yeah. Who did D-Bar beat?
Big Show.
What?
For the Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
For the title?
No, for the Money in the Bank.
Cesaro.
Okay, so Cesaro's not in it.
Yeah, so I missed the whole second hour of SmackDown, which Big E, the New Day's tag team champions again?
Yeah.
Like, what, 17
Big E won
times?
the belt. It's 8 times.
8 times.
Yeah, Big E won elsewhere.
I didn't watch the whole second hour. I got busy. But
Yeah, you
They
got more
must have
kids.
I bet they did that simply for the Howard Finkel, so they caught Biggie on the video saying it on the camera like and nude, as a shout out. Poor Fink. I know, man.
Finky.
We saw him at WrestleMania getting
He
touched in
did.
the Hall of Fame.
He did.
We were there.
He did.
Yeah.
That was good.
which WrestleMania was that?
25.
Yeah.
With
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's only going to be 6 people for each match because the whole COVID thing going on, and you're at Titan Tower where there's already people.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's either 6 or maybe even 4. And if you're not adding anyone from NXT, there has to be the limit 6, I think, for each match. I don't see them going 8.
I'm fine
That's
with that.
fine.
But this American Ninja Warrior style of getting to the roof, I don't know what they're going to do.
I mean, how gimmicked is the offices going to be? Like, or are they even going to be in the offices? Like, do they say that you're climbing Titan Tower, but it's really American Ninja Warrior?
There's nets on the side.
Yeah. Or are they really going through Jan's desk?
Yeah.
And like everyone gets back to work. Oh, motherfuckers! I can't believe they messed up. Yeah. Like, where's my fucking pink slip? I don't know. They broke my coffee mug. Like, what's going on?
We're all furloughed right now.
You're not the world's greatest mom.
World's greatest to count it. Fucking, if I don't see a red stapler,
Maybe in Boston.
Oh, man.
What else you got?
So you were not sure if you were going to go to Boston for SummerSlam if you had tickets.
Yeah, no.
Chances are we might not be going to Hollywood next year either.
What?
They number one, the mayor of Los Angeles, California, or the governor of California said that they don't think there's going to be any live events at least for a year. A year from now is after WrestleMania 37.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, the new stadium in LA in Inglewood was supposed to be opening in July of this year, and now they're not going to make that date, obviously because of the COVID. So now WWE is looking into Plan B, which could possibly be, even if it's an empty arena,
dude,
they could
the
still do
fact that we
Tampa.
cannot get Kyrie Sane coming out of a fucking ship this year. I was looking forward to that for months.
That's going to be his new. I sat next to a Japan guy in WrestleMania.
Coming out of a fucking ship. That would be the Rusev cutting out of in a tank. Dude, it's gimmick for her.
Yeah.
But that would be easy if they were to go back to Tampa. Number one, they repay them for the Mania they missed. Number two, I guess they have carte blanche in Florida because they're essential.
All right, open.
And
Look at it next week again.
Number three, for Arabians, they were still partying in the beach while they weren't supposed to, and now they're the first ones to open back up.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Hell or high water, there's going to be 70,000 people and
Yes.
70,000 morons in Florida watching WrestleMania live if it doesn't happen in LA.
Yeah.
Which even then, I'd go even further to say, as much as I was already planning it, I wouldn't go to Mania in LA either. I wouldn't be in even if it's...
Okay, Chris, whether it's a concert, a wrestling event, whatever, anything.
My year's shot.
Anything. Yeah. When, what's the date that you go back to whatever?
I don't think the date's set in stone. You have to have a vaccine. It has to be tested. It has to be proven. It has to be readily available. And
you have to have done got it.
And I have to have done got it.
Okay, you're looking at 2022 then.
At least. It's at least 12 to 18 months before any vaccine.
We're in month 1.
Technically, we're in month 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's way too soon. It's, you know what? I think it's going to take someone of serious name value to die for us to regress back to stage one, where we all realize, because it's
those 2 words made me take this serious. Can't even say this. Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
When I read, I felt like
I sunk.
I was
like a family member.
Oh man, like I had goosies.
I had just seen the new his recent movie that he does, Mr. Rogers, and I saw the phone and I was like, "Fuck me sideways, no way."
No.
Because throughout this entire ordeal, it's never been consistent, and I don't mean the political side on top. I mean California shut down 4 weeks before anyone else did anybody, which is San Francisco shut down first.
Yeah.
And then people were like, maybe we should do this. Nah, we'll wait.
Yeah.
And then click, and then click, and then click, and then there's still places that aren't.
Yeah.
There's some hole in the walls here and there that
states
that aren't doing anything yet. So everything has to be completely shut for 4 weeks.
there are a few states where there's nothing but corn and cows.
Yeah. Come on down.
Yeah, but those are the ones with the lowest rates because it's desolate. Wyoming also.
Yeah.
But it had to have been
I'm
a
still convinced
consensus.
that Wyoming does not exist.
It had to have been a consensus around the country. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, stay home. We'll make it, and then after that, we roll everything out. Everything is because we're clean here. Like, let's assume we're clean. Ain't nobody in New York clean. Ain't nobody in California. Not everybody in California is clean. Not everybody in New York's clean. Florida, half the places can clean. I bet.
Before the COVID.
Before this, yeah. You think I'm gonna trust going anywhere with anyone around that I don't know? Like, I wouldn't even go to House of Blues down the street for a band I know that nobody's gonna travel to except people that know the band here.
Yeah.
And even I wouldn't go to that.
Yeah.
You know, it's this year's done for me.
Yeah.
Scrap. That I already accepted the fact that my year's scrap. Like, even if I were to travel now, I'm not going to like place like. If I would have been in New York right now, I would have been bike riding all day with a mask and gloves on, and I would have been at the pier. I would have been at Red Hook. I would have been in Central Park. I would have been in fucking Brooklyn, bike riding by myself, away from everyone. Slept somewhere, and then the next morning fly back. That would have been my day, which is actually all I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in. I wanted to see Manhattan empty. I wanted to see the streets empty. I wanted to see the view. I wanted to see the how clear the skies are now that we're not polluting it because most of us are all staying home.
Like Fry and Lilo when they accidentally froze time and they were just going around
Yes.
just looking at stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I want. That's what this weekend for me was going to be.
Yeah.
And even down the line, like if I do go to California in the fall and the summer, but there's no way I'm doing this shit. It's done so for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my family's plan is to go to Disney next year.
No.
I was like,
Especially with international travel, because
Yeah.
Disney is international.
Yeah.
Woo, man.
So, yeah, we'll see.
R.I.P.
Man, we'll see. It's just, we don't know what can happen from now until fucking the next few months. Some super shit could happen, you know what I mean? Some good shit could happen. Some bad shit can happen, you know what I mean? So, like, if we're dating this right now, if we rewatch this in July or August, we're going to be like, fucking silly guys, or, yeah, they were right. You know what?
Or no, they're going to be like, oh, we missed those days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They can still go meet up.
I mean, shit, us meeting up.
Yeah.
Like, that's a step away from what it was like a week ago. You and I just both said it earlier. It's like, we might have done this show last week.
Oh.
You know? But maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we should have stuck to our guns. You know? I don't know.
I have that Mitch Hedberg mentality still.
Yeah.
Oh, I like. Oh, I don't know. I know if I don't have AIDS. I go to my friend Jim. Hey, you know anybody that has AIDS? No. Cool.
Good stuff.
Anything else? I think we've covered mostly everything. Oh, ramen noodle soup. Are we firing Jerry Lawler or are we bringing back Cornette? One of the two.
Cornette said he would
say
worse.
Hey, jokes are jokes on television. Doesn't matter what platform or what size of the audience.
That's
the same
true.
level. So you either get rid of Lawler or you bring back Corny. What do you do?
I don't think he had to do either or. But, yeah, Lawler was kind of stupid. So.
Yeah.
I've been wanting Lawler to go anyways.
Yeah, Brenner should have never fucking left. So Dio, whatever.
Dio Madden.
So when I heard it, I was like, "Oh, that's offensive." that's what tells me Vince McMahon's probably like, "Oh, this is good shit." Yeah. So I don't think he's going anywhere. It took a lot to get JBL's ass out of there, and he did a lot of more.
And he came back from Mania.
Yes, he did Mania.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, man. But you know what? I think a main reason. I'll just talk about this right now. I think a main reason why Lawler's on Raw is because Jim Ross is on AEW. Like, they still have those.
Ross isn't on AEW. It's Tony Schiavone.
I don't watch AEW.
Jim Ross is at home, so after AEW they do like a commentary post show, and it's Excalibur, Taz, and JR all online on computer. But in the audience,
but like whenever it was on, whenever people were there, Jim Ross was doing commentary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They brought Lawler back because, hey, as good old JR was on AEW, we gotta keep the relevancy of names up like that because.
What's up, Vic Joseph?
Exactly. My mother-in-law just discovered AEW a couple weeks ago. She's like, "Hey, there's." I was like, "I told you about this a few months ago." But yeah, she's like, she knows Tony Schiavone. You know, she knows all these people. Yeah, but she's like, dude, she's been into wrestling since I was born, so she knows who these people are. I'm like, oh fuck yeah. She's like, this whole new world got opened up to her like 2 weeks ago. So again,
oh my god,
people don't know a Corey Graves. People don't know Byron Saxton. You know, people know Jerry Lawler.
Have you seen a shot of Brandy? Brandy Rhodes has a YouTube show.
God, no.
A YouTube show where she's cooking with different wrestlers.
Didn't I tell you the Houston Wrestling Network you should do a cooking show?
Shit, Alexa Bliss 2 years and Kathy Kelly 2 years ago.
Yeah, she
has Oscar online right now.
Dude, the episode with MJF. Oh my god.
Beauty with Cody?
Yes. This was at the time from when they were still best friends.
Oh, okay.
But he's still a dick. Oh god, it was hilarious. And I think the most recent one was her and Darby.
Dude,
so what did they do? Did they just burn the kitchen down? Because that's
no, we learned that Darby actually went to culinary school.
Is that how he was able to cook using a George Foreman grill in the gym?
Jericho, dude, Jericho said that Darby is the new Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I heard that podcast with him.
Yeah,
that's how
I fucking love Darby Allin. I love Darby. I don't know if I say he's the new Jeff Hardy. I think he's the first Darby Allin.
Yeah.
But fuck, I love him. I love him so much. I just want to have his baby.
So you can cultivate that and have him be like the conduit between what a Jeff Hardy and what an Undertaker is, because he's got some dark sides. There's some darkness to him that he can present in a way where if somebody like the Undertaker or Jeff Hardy would pass the torch to him, you could relate to it.
Yeah.
Especially if worst case scenario they start releasing more people, and you do kind of end up seeing Jeff Hardy at fucking AEW.
Yeah.
Jeff and Darby, fuck.
Yeah.
Have you been watching AEW? What do you think of the tournament so far?
I have not been watching AEW in months.
I
got the Texas Work Commission just sent me an email. So
more money?
I think so. I'll wait till I get home.
Like, hey, did you see that fat stack we put in your
Hey, we're watching HWR.
No, honestly, I'll be lying to you if I told you I've kept up with AEW at all. I can barely watch WWE. You know, I've been all over the place lately.
You got kids.
I'm a fucking homeschool teacher now. It took me 5 years to get out of high school. I'm a homeschool teacher.
Oh, those poor children.
Yeah. She's like, Daddy, can you draw an elephant? I'm like, no. She's in pre-K, so it should be easy shit, right? It should be easy shit, right?
Dad, why does your elephant only have 2 legs? You're looking at it from the side.
Those are tusks.
Why is his tusk between his legs?
Like my daughter's at the age now where like if she's something in writing and she's like, what does that say? I'm like, oh, it says something. No, it doesn't. Dad, it says. I'm like, fuck, I can't hear her anymore.
No, she can read. She's at the age where her answer is always why.
Oh my God. She just started why last week.
I know that. I know
that. My God, I don't know why. Because I said so. And I only said that I wasn't gonna be that dad. Because I'm that guy.
You are that guy. I was that guy a long time ago. I know exactly.
I'm that guy. Hey, Arnold, do this.
Why?
I'll do it. Just tell me why.
So that's how I ended up unemployed.
Yeah. I need you to do this. Why?
Yeah.
So my daughter, like, hey, go clean your room. Why? You don't fucking.
Because you won't get the building.
I was like,
the infinity chunk.
So I did teach her.
You gonna learn today.
I used to like that. Like, I like that. She's gonna be one of those. Okay, I'll do it. Just tell me why. Now it's just like, why? Well, because that's so. Why?
Because you said so. Why?
Well, why you say so? God damn it. If you don't fucking get up right now, you don't want to know why. Hey, why not? But yeah,
I do that too.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make it easier, clean up.
That's how life has been, man.
So, because you said so, why?
The title of this episode, why?
Well, hey, we'll put a new shirt for our HWR shop. Instead of the what shirt from Austin, it'll be why, and Arnold's face instead of the skull.
With beard or without beard?
Oh, God, please. By the time we do the next thing, I'll have a beard again. COVID, by the way. This is the COVID fucking...
It's funny because I'm going in reverse. Yeah. I see everybody succumbing to cutting their hair and shaving. And I haven't gotten this since the beginning of the year, and I'm waiting for the end of the year to donate the rest of my hair.
Yeah.
So, but now it's like trying to make it easier for me to like, oh, y'all fuckers are suffering. I'm loving this.
I picked the worst time to try a thickening shampoo. I need a fucking haircut. So, my wife works at a cosmetic.
You're not enjoying the bounce?
Actually, I am. But the bounce is getting out of control. Yeah. The bounce is getting out of control. I need a haircut. Ain't no barbers open, so I don't even have a beard trimmer. So I said, you know what? I'm bored. I officially got approved for unemployment yesterday. So I was like, I ain't going nowhere for a while. The next day, hey, you gotta do a podcast. I'm like, fuck.
You should have done a Lenny, dude. You should have kept.
I did all the classic things when you shave. I did the fucking goatee first, and then I did the whole Hogan handlebar mustache, and then I just did the mustache, and then I just shaved it off.
Yeah.
And I did a rookie move, and I cut it.
I'm my Ron Jeremy, which is the mustache.
Oh, I did. I've done it before, and that's what I look like. Yeah, and it's not pretty. My wife's not happy with me right now.
Yeah.
But
I'm not happy with you.
no.
She'll be happy to take that razor below the equator.
Yeah, I need to.
You just take what's down there.
I was like, she got live. Why did she? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'll be looking like.
Took a few seconds to let both left.
I'd be looking like old school right now.
I had to take off a little bit, earlier this week too, because I couldn't put a fucking mask on, man. It felt like my mask was out here when I was wearing it.
Oh my God, imagine Ron trying to go out in public right now.
Oh shit. Yeah, man.
I'm sure they got handlers.
Will we be back in 2 weeks to preview Money in the Bank?
Maybe, I don't know.
Week and a half, 2 weeks.
I don't know.
I ain't working.
It's a day.
It depends on how 2.5 hours have gone so far at home without me. 2 kids. This was easier to do when it was just Benny and we had roommates, her sister.
Yeah.
I get it. Hey, can I leave for 2 hours? No. I knew I asked because a 5-year-old, I'm sassy. A Y-year-old, and then a 1-year-old. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But
isn't when they get to the 2s.
She was in a terrible 2s until she was 4. Trust me. Then she was a 3-nager. No, man, it was terrible. But I love her.
You have no choice, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I signed a contract.
Be careful, because if you don't have nothing but time on your hands 9 months from now.
I said, I'm getting my tubes tied.
Right now you can afford protection. Once those stimulus checks,
That's true.
I'm surprised that hasn't been the next thing that's sold out over at the fucking store. Fucking condoms.
Or birth control pills.
Yeah.
I'm a wrestler. On Monday nights, it's Raw.
That's fine. There's a SmackDown on Friday.
All right, I'm gonna.
Wednesday's a dynamite.
Let me get ready to go home.
Are you one of those guys that drives when you're on? Okay, you're doing nothing.
Get out of here.
And
You're actually supposed to twist it so it has that X in between so it's tighter on you.
And the gloves at the grocery store.
Again, the guy that will wear masks.
The guys at the gloves at the grocery store is actually
cross this out, put that up so that you don't
cross-contaminating everything.
Yeah,
for doing the gloves.
That's why I didn't break out the marshmallows and the popcorn this time. I didn't want it.
I would have eaten it.
All right. Well, adios, my friends. Keep it classy. Stay safe. Wash your hands, you dirty son of a bitches. Leave your COVID at home.
It says the guy said at home.
I know, right?
Wash your ass too while you're at it.
Yeah.
It's easier on us. I can't wait to take a shower. We've been washing our hands for a month. I haven't showered at all.
That way you could eat off it.
Just eat it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's always salad I like.
Yeah. Hey! Always salad.